Hi everybody, welcome back. I've got my September Beauty Empties video for you today, and I feel like I say this every time that I film this video, but I can't believe that another month has gone. I can't believe I'm sat down doing another one of these Empties videos. It's really quite crazy how fast these months are passing. But yeah, we are in October, so it means that I have a video about all of the beauty items that I finished up in September. I have 10 items to run through. They are mostly all skincare. I think I've got one perfume, one body care. I think I've got one makeup item as well, a Project Pan item. So I've got a few different products to talk you through. Let's start off actually with the Project Pan items. We'll get those ones kind of quickly, briefly kind of discussed about. I have two Project Pans running on my channel at the moment. I've got my kind of monthly rolling one that has seemed to kind of been in place since my channel started, I think, which is my makeup Project Pan. I have one, actually I have two empties from that, but only one that I'm really going to talk about briefly in today's video. I have one empty from that. I'm not going to tell you what that one is. I do have my Project Pan video coming next, I do believe, so you might want to watch that one to find out what that item is, but that is the makeup item from today's video. And then I have another Project Pan running, which is non-makeup beauty related items, so it's like skincare, hair care, body care, a bit of nail care in there as well. So these are the items that tend to just kind of get sat on my dressing table and I don't really use on a regular basis. So I do sometimes have another Project Pan alongside my makeup one for those items that just don't really get used, and I have three products from that Project Pan to talk about. Now I can only find the packaging of one of these three items, so I think that means that I spoke about these two empties in my Project Pan update video, which I think goes up roughly, not beginning, middle of the month, I think. So I think I finished those two products before that update and then spoke about them in that update, recycled the packaging, and then I think with the third product I must have just used it up after that video, but all three within the month of September, if that makes sense. So the two products that I don't have the packaging for, the first one is the Paula's Choice 2% BHA in the light blue bottle, and this is meant to be a good exfoliant, a good BHA exfoliant for people who have sensitive skin and have red skin, so rosacea, red blotches on your face, and I do sometimes get like red cheeks that tend to kind of like flare up every now and again. I have tried a couple of bottles of the black version of the 2% BHA, but I just don't get on with it. I don't feel like it's a particularly good product for me and my skin. And I've got Caroline Hiren's skincare book, and in that book she suggests the light blue bottle for people who have skin such as myself, so a little bit irritated, a little bit sensitive, and that bit drier, but you still sometimes have breakouts, and I do have a couple going on at the moment. So I bought that one instead, and I much prefer it to the black bottle. I feel like it's more gentle, but also much more effective. So that one I did really like, but for some reason I just left it on my dressing table and didn't really use it. I'm not sure why. So decided to put it in my Project Pan. I didn't have much of it left. I think it only took me like a month to use it up, and I used it once a week of a weekend. So I have my Skin in Me doser, which contains tretinoin. I use that every other day. So on the weekend where I wasn't using Tret, so say for example the Tret day fell on a Saturday, on the Sunday I would use the exfoliant. So I'd use the Paula's Choice 2% BHA, I'd use it in the evening, and I would use it after I've double cleansed, put some on a reusable cotton pad, wiped it all over my face and down my neck, on my chest, and then followed up with any serums. And I just felt like it did a really good job of helping to just kind of clear my skin a little bit, reduce some of the shininess, but also if I had the odd occasional breakout I would like use it as like a spot target treatment, and it did a really good job of helping to kind of clear up the spots that bit quicker. So much preferred that one to the black bottle. I would potentially repurchase that one, but I do have another one up here somewhere that is an AHA, and I think AHAs for my skin at the moment are going to be a better form of an exfoliant. And then the other product that I don't have the packaging for, but I think I did speak about it in that Project Pan update video, so I will link that one, so maybe go and check that one out after this, and then hopefully I've explained in a bit more depth about that product. So it is the Axis Y serum. I think it's an artichoke serum. It's a K-beauty product, and I think again that was meant to be a really good product for people who have sort of like sensitive dry skin, and it's meant to do a really good job of helping to balance the skin, helping to calm the skin. So if you do have like a redness outbreak, it's meant to do a really good job of just soothing aggravated skin, calming it down, bringing down that redness. It was a nice serum, but I don't feel like it did an amazing job, which is quite disappointing because I had some really high hopes for that product. Now, it might be that it didn't work too well on my skin because my skin isn't, you know, flaring up as regularly as it used to. So maybe if I'd used this product a couple of months prior, I might have had better results from it. But it was just a nice serum. It calmed my skin a little bit, I suppose, but there wasn't much to calm. Nice and hydrating, but ultimately just a little bit disappointing. And then the third product from that project pan is another serum. This is the L'Oreal 1.5% hyaluronic acid serum. And again, I'm not really too sure what happened, but this was another product that just ended up sitting on my dressing table and not really getting used. I think I might have just wanted to try some slightly fancier serums. So this is quite a thick, sticky hyaluronic acid serum. Now, some hyaluronic acid serums are like that, others are a little bit more lightweight, but this is one of the stickiest that I've tried, I would say. So if you're not really keen on that kind of texture, you probably wouldn't like this one. But I felt like it did a good job of adding in a bit more hydration, a bit more moisture into my skin. But I don't think, moving forwards, that I would buy a separate standalone hyaluronic acid product like a serum, because it's in a lot of your skincare products. It's probably in moisturisers that I'm using or cleansers that I'm using, for example. So I don't feel like I need a separate one like this. I think I would rather have one that's combined with other ingredients perhaps. So a nice enough serum, quite expensive though. I think this is like £25, which is a lot of money, but it's nice. I feel like I'm saying that word a lot in this video, I can't really come up with another word for you, but nice. A nice serum, adds in a bit of hydration, a bit of moisture, but it didn't change my skin to the extent where I went, yes, would definitely repurchase this. Okay, those are the project pan items done. So let's run through the remaining products. Next, I have a little perfume. This is Replica by Mason Margiela. Springtime in a Park, and I stumbled upon the perfume side of TikTok a few weeks ago, and these Replica perfumes are really, really popular. And although I've got my favourite perfumes, I do quite like trying other ones that are out there, and I hadn't tried any of these ones, so I had a little look around, and you can get some in a set. They come in a set like this, and I think you get 10 2ml sprays. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Now, looking at the size of this, you would think, wow, one usage of this and it's done. But actually, this has lasted me a number of days. I have taken this away with me when I've stayed like overnight at my boyfriend's parents' house. I took this on holiday with me last week, and it was only like the last day of my holiday that I used this up. So actually, it took me a lot longer than I thought it would to use it up. So this one is Springtime in a Park, which, from the notes, I can't quite remember what the notes are, but this is meant to be quite a lightweight, easy to wear, very like breezy, gentle fragrance, and it smells really lovely. However, I can't smell it on me after I've put it on. Whereas with perfumes like Yves Saint Laurent, I was gonna say Touche Eclat, no, Yves Saint Laurent Libre, that one I can smell on me throughout the rest of the day, whereas this one I can't. Now, I'm not sure whether it is just this one or whether this applies to all of the Replica perfumes, so we will see how it goes with the rest of them. But scent wise, I like it. Really lovely scent, and it's nice that you have different scents that you can choose from. Great for travel, great for just putting it in a bag when you're off away for the weekend or for a week or 2 weeks. But can't say that I noticed this on me for the rest of the day, so the jury's out at the moment as to whether this is something that I would repurchase, but I'm very interested in trying the other scents that are in the set. Next item I finished up is a body butter. Now, I did have 2 body butters, body lotions in my other project pan, and when I've done my updates on that video, I keep saying that I really struggle to use a body lotion on a regular basis. It's just something that I can't quite get into the routine of using, but I can use them because I have an empty of one, so it is possible for me to use them up, but it just takes a blooming long time. This one is from Elemis. This is the Skin Nourishing Velvet Body Butter. I always cut open the tubes, scrape out all the product. Now I think it helps that this body butter is just so beautiful. The scent, the texture, oh, it's lovely. Now my kind of like view of body lotions is quite similar to hand creams. I think you can get away with spending not very much at all, a few pounds on like a Garnier one, but if I want something a little bit more indulgent, then I will go for an Elemis. And the body butter is just that bit thicker, so it's really nice at the moment where the temperatures have dropped and my skin, I'm noticing that I'm needing to use body lotion that bit more frequently on my body. And the scent, Skin Nourishing along with Frangipani are my favourite scents from Elemis. They are just divine. Skin Nourishing is kind of akin to scents such as like fresh cotton and linen and baby powder. It's very gentle, slightly feminine, but you know, men can wear it if you do wish. But yeah, slightly feminine, but it's a very light, soft, very gentle fragrance. It's not overpowering, it's not really floral or really zesty or really heady. It's just a beautiful all year round, everyday type of fragrance. Yeah, I've washed it and I can still smell it. It is absolutely lovely. This is a 100ml tube, so nothing too big like my Tan Luxe body lotion, which is going to take me absolutely ages to get through. So a decent size to travel with as well, and I just love how quickly it sinks in, how nourishing it feels on my body. But I'm not sure if this is something that I would buy on a really frequent basis because it's Elemis, it is a little bit more pricey. My Garnier one does a really good job as well. But if I did want something a little bit more indulgent, a little bit more luxurious, then I would go back to Elemis. And I love Elemis products. Elemis just do so many fantastic products. Okay, final 4 items are skincare. Let's whiz through those. The next one is a Skin and Me doser. I am still really liking the effects that I'm getting from Skin and Me. I feel like my skin, bar a couple of little breakouts, is looking pretty good at the moment. It's feeling calmer. I'm not having as many, you know, red outbreaks on my cheeks. It's looking a little bit more balanced. And I think it is pretty much down to the Skin and Me doser. I think that's having quite a big impact on it. So still very much enjoying this. This I'm still applying every other evening. So on the evenings where I'm not applying this, I go for sort of like hydrating, nourishing serums. This one has tretinoin 0.009%, clindamycin at 1% and azelaic acid at 4%. I've gone through a few of these. Not really too sure what more I can say about these that I haven't said already, but still enjoying using these, really enjoying the effects. And the fact that I'm using these every other day means that I'm just stretching out that cost a little bit more as well, because it's around £20–25 a month, but you do have that luxury of like delaying your next doser. So would definitely recommend Skin and Me. I do have an actual video up about my journey with Skin and Me as well. So yeah, still enjoying these. Next is an SPF which I have used before. I think this is either like my second or third bottle of this, tube of this. This is a K-Beauty SPF, which is where I predominantly get my SPFs from now because they just feel like moisturiser. This is the Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel UV SPF 50 plus PA plus for face and body, and this is meant to be one of like the best selling SPFs in like the K-Beauty market, and I can see why. It is a lovely SPF. Like I say, it just applies like moisturiser. It just feels like you're putting another layer of a hydrating moisturiser on top. No white cast, no kind of like stinging around the eyes. And actually that's the point. The SPF I'm using now is the Garnier one. This one's really nice, but if I put it around my eyes are irritated, and I don't get that with the K-Beauty ones. And because this is like the second or third tube of this that I've gotten through, it goes to show that I do really like the product. So one that I would keep repurchasing in the future. Really like it, really enjoying lots of the K-Beauty SPFs that I'm trying at the moment. Another K-Beauty product, are unique maybe, hopefully I'm saying that right. This is the Calendula Complete cleansing oil. This took me ages to get through. My goodness, this was in my bathroom for such a long time, maybe like 6 months perhaps. 1 pump if I just had SPF on, but 2 pumps if I had makeup on over the top. And this did an absolutely brilliant job of removing all traces of my makeup. I could use this right around the eyes. I could give my eyes a good kind of like gentle massage with my ring finger, removed all of my mascara. Very gentle, very effective at cleansing my skin, but not like overstripping it, so my skin didn't feel like parched for moisture afterwards. A really, really lovely cleansing oil. If you find cleansing balms a bit too heavy, then going for an oil like this that's going to remove your makeup and is a great first step of your double cleanse of an evening is a really good idea. Brilliant cleansing oil, would highly recommend, would definitely repurchase. But I think I want to try the Mayo one next. I think there's another cleansing oil on my list that I want to try ahead of this one, but I would repurchase this one. And then last product is another K-Beauty skincare product. This is the Astura Atto Barrier 365 cream. Again, I've cut it all open, got it all out. This is a moisturiser. Not my favourite. I liked it. Did a good job of hydrating my face afterwards. No complaints, but because I've tried better moisturisers, this wouldn't be one that I would rush to repurchase. I might repurchase it, but I definitely preferred others. And you're going to ask me which ones I preferred. Let me have a look on my empties list. I think it was, yes, the Purito Unscented Centella Recovery Cream. That one, brilliant. Now, they're both, that Purito one and this one, they're both unscented. So they're both, I suppose, quite plain because of not being scented, but I just preferred the texture of the Purito one. I preferred how it applied. Yeah, so there's not much in it, but you just know sometimes when you're putting a product on and when you're using it every day that something's not quite working for you. But it's not a bad product at all. I liked it, but I preferred the Purito one. So those are my empties for the month of September. Like with last month's update video, I do currently have about 2 or 3 products that are very, very close to being used up, but they didn't quite make it into today's video, so I will still have hopefully a good number to talk you through next month. But if you have tried any of the products that I have used up, please do let me know. Please also let me know if you've tried any of the replica perfumes as well and which ones that you really like the smell of. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you did like it, and I will see you again very soon for my next one. Bye.